Hello, my name is Brandon. I am from Washington State. I am an MD4, so this is my 4th semester of medical school here at St. Martinus University. I went to undergrad at Brigham Young University, Hawaii, where I was a pre-med major with a biochem minor. I transferred from another medical school in the Caribbean because that school lost its IMED accreditation, and also because the teaching standard wasn't as high as I had hoped for and was used to, coming from a U.S. school background. My favorite class so far in med school has been anatomy, because dissecting the cadavers is really cool. What I like about studying in Curacao or in the Caribbean in general is I love the warm weather. It rarely ever gets cold. It's perfect all the time. I do love being able to go to the beach in between classes or on the weekend to take a study break. And that's something that is really enjoyable for me as well as my family. My favorite part about the academics at St. Martinus University is that they're as close to being a U.S. program as I've seen. My professors have all been very competent, very knowledgeable, and they've really pushed me as far as academics are concerned. I also like that St. Martinus is a semester program. A lot of the schools in the Caribbean are on the tri-semester program, which means that you have 12 to 14 weeks to learn difficult subjects like pathology or anatomy, which really doesn't yield enough time in order to understand and really grasp the concepts. And so I like that St. Martinus has 20-week-long semesters, and there's just 2 semesters a year. So you get a nice long summer break and you get a nice long winter break in between semesters. That's really helped me be able to have enough time to really understand, comprehend, and digest the information. My favorite part about campus life is that I live in the dorms. I'm married, we have a small child, and I at first refused to move into dorms. I didn't think that was something that appealed to me. But after seeing the dorms, it's really worked out well. I just literally walk downstairs and go to class. The library right beneath my room is open 24/7, and so I can just walk upstairs and downstairs, back and forth in between my room, in between classes. And so that's actually been very nice. I also really like the research that I've been able to take part in here at St. Martinus. We are lucky enough to have access to the local hospital here. And so a few times a week, a few of the students get to go down to the hospital, put on the white coat, and do research for the physicians. And then once you get to know them enough, and once they get to know you enough and trust them, then they let you start to do procedures. And so that's been really good to integrate what I've learned in class in a hospital and clinical setting. And so that's been really fun to do. And so that way, when I go back to the U.S. and do my rotations there, I will have experience with doing a lot of basic procedures that are necessary to know as a clinical student. And I transferred from a different medical school in the Caribbean. The previous school I was at lost their IMED accreditation, and they also didn't have very good academics. I felt like the teachers were always rushing things. They never really taught us in depth, and the level of education wasn't something that I was hoping for. And so when I realized that I was going to transfer from that university, I needed to look at other schools. I needed to go and see what their academics were like, what their classes were like, what their students were like. And so I came and visited this school, sat through a few classes, met with professors, met with students, kind of got the behind the scenes information, and really liked what I saw. Really liked that I would be challenged academically. Really liked that the students also understood that they would be challenged academically, so they took their academics seriously as well. And so that's what brought me over to St. Martinus from a different Caribbean school.